Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Kuma and I, aka Doggy in a Diaper, are here to show you guys the Instagram makeup look that you guys all requested. So I did a little poll asking you guys which look you want me to recreate out of the greenish blue that I actually did recreate, or the blue purple, and 53% want a blue green, 47% want a blue purple. So honestly, it was pretty 50-50. So I did recreate this beautiful look from the Colourpop iluvsarahii Through My Eyes palette. And let me know if you guys still want me to do the blue purple one, because I could totally do that in an upcoming video. Let me know in the comment section. But yeah, so hopefully you guys are excited to see this video and how I created this makeup look. And hair look, actually. I threw in a little hair tutorial for you guys. So let's get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start off and prime the lids. And I'm using the Fenty Beauty concealer for this step and just blending it in with my beauty blender. And you wanna use a decent amount because this is what's gonna help cancel out that discoloration and really make our shadows pop, you know? Snap, crackle, pop. So I'm taking just a bit of translucent powder and lightly setting that concealer down. Then I'm gonna go straight in with the Colourpop iluvsarahii Through My Eyes palette. It's such a pretty palette. And I'm gonna take this shade right here, Euphoric, as our first transition shade. So this is the one that's gonna be showing the most like on the top of the eye look. And I'm really pressing this into the crease. And don't be afraid to really get a good blend going. Honestly, I haven't had that much experience with Colourpop products, but the products that I have tried, I really like. Like, I feel like they blend easily. They have nice pigmentation. The shades in this palette are just gorgeous. I've been using them a ton. And you can see here, like, I really take the shadows like into the brow bone area, and that's what creates this really nice like shape for the eyes. So when you're looking straight forward, you could see all the colors. So we're gonna recreate that today, and that starts from the blending shades. The next shade is Nostalgia down here, and this is the one that's really gonna start to create that shape. So taking that on a MAC 217, I'm pressing that into the shade we already have down, and then like I said, right here, we're gonna actually go straight underneath the brow. So kind of like in the same line as the brow. Then we're gonna go in with Misbehave, just a little bit of a darker shade, but in that same color family on a Sigma E25 to really get the crease going. Pressing that into this outer corner and then bringing it in all the way to the inner corner. This little shape. And we're doing this to really create that nice gradient before we even go in with like the bright pop or even the darkest shade that we're gonna use. And finally, with the same brush, I'm gonna take Divina, and this is gonna be the darkest shade that we use, so you wanna keep it the lowest, but I'm gonna really press that like right out here into this outer corner to darken this up, and it provides such a beautiful contrast like between the bluish green color and then this deeper purple. And don't worry about like this area because obviously we're gonna go over that, so you can be a little bit messy there and it won't matter as much as it does like on the top area. So if you need to, get a little down and dirty down there. And then what I did for that IG pick was I took my Milk Cosmetics shadows. This is the shade Rot, and I placed that like right on this outer corner. I did a little bit already so you could see. Ooh, what is that? But it just adds a little bit more dimension and a little bit more depth to the look. So I take a Morphe M506 super duper tiny brush and I just press that in out here. And this is what kind of gives it that very sultry, smoky look. And I do take it up super lightly into the crease. Do you see this blend? Yes, honey, that is what we want. And the trick to getting this really nice blend is to actually take the brush and almost press the shadows up, like especially with the darker shades that you use, press it up into where you've blended in to really disperse the powders evenly. So next, we're gonna take the Fenty Beauty concealer and use this to carve out our shadow line for our cut crease. This is kind of like a half cut crease. It doesn't go all the way out. It just goes like to about right here. And again, for this particular look, I did take the green like pretty far into the inner corner. So you want to embody that with this concealer placement. You really want to create a line that's going underneath the brow in a parallel. There you go. You see how it's like very parallel to the brow line? You don't want to bring it all the way in here like you would with most cut creases. This one, I brought it all the way to the inner corner so that green really stands out. And then for the lid, I'm gonna pop on Emerald Dream. When I first got this palette, this was like the shade that really was like wow to me. Like it's such a pretty shade. So I'm gonna pop that right onto the lid where we place that concealer for our pop of color. And then for that part right there, this brush is essential. This is the Sigma Beauty, oops, upside down. Sigma Beauty Cut Crease E62. It's a really, really nice brush for this step because it has this very flattened top on it. And you can just get right up into that like small area and place the product down. And then just to blend out these edges, you want to take the dark brown from Melt Cosmetics, or honestly any dark brown that you have, and just gently press that into the sides over here. And then I even took a little bit of Lomo as well and just pressed that next to the brown. I also went in with some liners. So this is Benefit Cosmetics Roller Liner, the black one. I wanted to use a black liner because I wanted to make this look a bit more smoky and give us the cat eye, but in the inner corner specifically. So I didn't do a cat eye on the outer corner, but I took this liner all the way to the inner tear duct to give it that feminine shape, but it still has the smokiness of the outer corner. There you go, a little something something. And this also helps to hide the lash band a little bit, so it just makes it easier to put on. And then I'm a little OCD, so I always have to make sure everything is perfectly blended. So I go in and actually blend out the tip of the liner on this side. It's not gonna change the look a whole lot, but you're just not gonna see the blunt end of the liner over here. Like, you know, if you're looking at someone from the side and you just see that blunt end, we're protecting you from that. We have to curl the lashes and put on some mascara. So this is NARS Climax right there. And then for lashes, I actually use these Batty Bee lashes in the style Instaho. But these are really, really beautiful lashes. I've been wearing them all the time because they have this nice fluffiness to them, but there's still a lot of space. It still allows the green to have its moment, even though our lashes are popping too. While the lash glue dries, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go in with M Cosmetics Matte Gel Pencil, and really hard to talk and do this, but I'm gonna line the upper waterline, tight line it. Just popping those lashes on, and these are so bomb, you guys. Like, look at that fluttery goodness. Boom. All right, so once you have both eyes finished, I wish it was as quick as that, we're gonna go in with primer. So this is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, Radiance version. And don't worry if there is, you know, a little bit of fallout, because you can always take your little makeup wipe and just make everything okay. We're still gonna work on the bottom lash line anyways, so it's not really a big deal right now. Dang, the green of this palette is so beautiful. Like, it really, like, every single time that I wear it, just, it's everything. Okay, so then for underneath the eyes, I'm actually gonna go in and brighten that area up with my Becca Cosmetics Under Eye Brightening Corrector. Look at this, you guys. I've almost used this whole thing up because I love it that much. Before, I was using it like between foundation and concealer, so over top of my foundation, but I've started using it under foundation, and it just like cancels out that discoloration even better. I said that's so weird. But yeah, I feel like even then, like, you can already tell a difference. It just like reflects the light really beautifully off the skin. And when we go over that with our concealer, bada boom, bada bing. No dark circles around here. Oh my God. I got some in my lashes. Then for foundation today, I'm gonna be using the Fenty Beauty foundation in the shade 260, and then also the concealer also in 260. I've actually been really impressed with the combinations. All the concealers go with like their correlating shades of foundation. So 260 is supposed to like really complement 260 of the foundation. They're not the same shade. You'll see in a second once I apply my concealer, but they're not the same shade. They're actually meant to like brighten the under eye area and stuff. So I've been testing out a couple different shades, and every single shade that I do use, the combination is just beautiful. Like, they really, really hit the nail on the head for like the actual match, or, you know, complementation. So interesting, because honestly, when I first tried this foundation, and you guys might remember that from back in the day if you've been with me for a while, but when I first tried it, I really didn't feel like it was sitting well on my skin. And I've actually been using it a lot lately for more of a matte foundation, if I don't want like a lot of glow that day, but I've been quite impressed. Next, I'm gonna go in with the concealer. You guys know the drill. A little bit underneath the eyes, and watch when this blends out how good the shades go together. You'll really see once I go in with my second layer, but I feel like it creates the perfect natural highlight. It's not too light and it's not too dark, and it does really cancel out that discoloration. Okay. So first layer done. We're gonna go back in with the second layer, and what I've been doing lately is really placing this concealer like towards the middle of the face, and then when I blend it out, I can blend outwards, but I do go underneath the tail of the eyeshadow. This has been my regimen lately. Yes, natural highlight. Little snatch going on there. I usually take the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe No. 7 brush and take the concealer side and just kind of buff this in, because I don't like it to be too straight most of the time. Like too precise over here. All right, then once that is on, I'm gonna take this big fluffy brush from Morphe, the E41. I'm gonna take my Maybelline Supersta in 312 Golden and lightly pat this into the entire face. This is just gonna set everything down, hold everything in place, especially around the outer corners. I thought there was a mirror here. So used to my MAC Studio Fix actually, but I broke it yesterday. So I have this, but this is actually a really good dupe for MAC Studio Fix. And then to get like more precise areas, I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. blush brush and do the same thing with the Maybelline powder. And once we have the initial, setting down, I'm actually gonna go in with my Ben Nye powder in the shade Fair. I'm gonna take that on a blender, a beauty blender, and use that to bake. Bring it all the way down to my lips. I like to bake this entire area here because I get creasing underneath the eyes and then also in the smile lines, especially if I'm wearing my makeup all day. So I do that, and I also bring it down the nose. I'm gonna go in and contour with the Sigma Beauty Sculpt palette. I mix Faking It and Throw Shade together, and I just take that and press that into the cheekbone area right underneath to really lift and sculpt that area. I also go down here on the chin area just to really define that, and then kind of like around the hairline. Again, just to define that area. But the trick to making your contour look really seamless is actually bronzer. So I'm gonna go in with Benefit's Hoola Bronzer and blend out the contour that we just put down. So I'm kind of using this as a blending shade, but also to actually warm up the entire face. I have 7 rings stuck in my head so bad, like cannot stop singing in my head. But it's not the, I want it, I got it, I want it, I got it. You like my hair? Gee, thanks. Just bought it. It's not that part actually, which usually gets stuck in my head. It's the part like more at the beginning where it's like, breakfast at Tiffany's and bottles of bubbles, girls with tattoos who like getting in trouble. And then me, wow, the next Ariana. Why does that go? Like, why is it like blending and like singing the song really go together? Love that. Now it is time to wipe away that baking powder, and we are left with brightened, set down under eyes, my friends. Lashes and diamonds, ATM machines. Buy myself all of my favorite things. La 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 la. For blush, I'm gonna take MAC Melba. It's just in this little palette that I created. It's like a single one, but it is MAC Cosmetics Melba. You can buy them just like individually. I feel like it goes like really, really nicely with our transition shades. It's just kind of like the same undertone, or at least a similar undertone. Let me real quick add on some nose contour before we move too far. I'm gonna take just a little bit of MAC Studio Fix in NC43. It's really lightly because I kind of feel like I've been doing my nose contour a little harsh lately, so I'm trying to tone it down a bit, but still get the definition going. Before we move on, I'm also gonna go in with the KKW Beauty Brighten Powder. This is the number 2 shade. I'm gonna take that on my Real Techniques brush and just sweep that underneath the eyes like I sweep away my problems underneath the rug. Haha. Okay, and then for my highlight, I'm going to be using the Lorac Highlighter, the Light Source Mega Beam Highlighter in Gilded Honey. Really, really pretty shade, but also formula. Like, I was so impressed the first time I used this because they apply so nice and easy. They have like the best light reflect. Look at that. Like, when it hits the light, it's so beautiful. I was truly very impressed with this. And it glides on. That's the thing. Like, it feels like almost like a cream highlighter the way that it applies. It's not heavy at all or chunky. It's just like yes, 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 yes. How I feel about this is like how when Scooby-Doo sees like a Scooby treat and he like licks his tongue all over his face because his mouth is watering. That is me with this highlighter because it's just like, it's so beautiful. They also have a golden one. It's called, I think it's called Show for Gold or Go for Gold, but it's really pretty as well. Surprisingly, I've been getting the most use out of this one, which is really weird for me because normally I'm like gold or nothing when it comes to my highlights, but I love this shade. Just like goes with everything. It's so pretty. Pop that onto the nose. And then also on the inner corner. All right, I'm gonna let my hair down. I know it looks crazy right now, but you know what? Ow. Okay, so I'm gonna go back into my M Cosmetics matte gel pencil. Honestly, best pencil for getting that really smoky lower lash line because it's so creamy, but once it's set, it really is set and it doesn't like budge or smudge throughout the day. So I'm gonna take that and apply a fair amount to the outer corner right on the lash line and then also below the lashes, and we're gonna blend that out. I take it all the way into the tear duct, but I don't go underneath the lashes all the way in. I just do that on the outer corner to give it like a little bit of an extra shape, I guess you could say, to the bottom lashes. So I'm going in with a pencil brush in the shade Divina from the Colourpop Through My Eyes palette, and I'm going ahead and blending that out. And then I took that same brush that we used to pack on the brown and purple on the outer corner. I cleaned it off and I put a little bit of Nostalgia on there, and I'm just gonna buff out the edges to get a really nice blend going. All right, so I went ahead and added a little bit of this guy right here with a pencil brush, and I added some mascara, and now I'm gonna be lining my lips with MAC Strip Down. All right, and then to top everything off, I'm gonna end it with this matte lip from the Colourpop iluvsarahii collection in the shade Sueño de Coco. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Really pretty brown. Geesh, why are my lips so dry right now? And then for hair, I thought I would just show you guys what I did in the photo because I felt like it just kind of completed the look. And I've been obsessed with this thing. Whoa, should not have been throwing that around when it's heating up. I just did these like very loose waves. It's been like my favorite hairstyle, and I feel like it really complements this look because the look is so va-va-voom dramatic, and then the loose waves kind of like tone it down a little bit. Oh, one of you guys recreated this exact look. So cute. This is Blonde Beauty MA. I love it when you guys recreate like the looks that I do and tag me. It just like brings me so much joy because so many of you are so talented. So thank you for recreating and tagging me. Okay, so I'm gonna start my hair now. Like I said, I've been obsessed with this guy. This is the T3 curling wand, and it has interchangeable barrels. I'm not about to touch this right now because it's already hot now. But this is the 1.5-inch barrel without the clip. It's like perfect for loose waves. And then as far as my products go, so I put this in before my hair was dry. When it's still damp, you put this in. Amica Blockade Heat Defense Serum. So that just helps to keep your hair a little bit more smooth, and it does have some heat defense in it. I personally also go in with the Chi Iron Guard just for safe measure because my hair like is already, you know, damaged enough. I don't need to show it more. So I'll just spray this through my hair. Bada boom, bada bing. I'm just gonna section off my hair. I usually do 3 different sections, and honestly guys, ever since I've been using this particular wand, I feel like it actually takes way less time. Like, it's a lot quicker for me to curl all of my hair, which I love. I want it, I got it. I want it, I got it. You like my hair? Gee, thanks. I just bought it. Just gotta get that hairline one more time, you know? So you wanna make sure your hair is nice and untangled before you start curling, just so it's easy to get all the sections. And I take sections about this big, I would say probably about an inch, and I try to lay them as flat as possible to the wand. Don't worry, I know it looks like my hair is literally getting burnt off right now, but it's just because we have like these lights in the back that are hair lights, so it's just showing all the details, but don't worry, it's not like burning my hair or anything. And then at the end, I'll kind of like rub it just to get it looking nice and loose, and boom. That's what we like to see. And on this bottom layer, I will interchange some in different ways. I wouldn't say that I do it for every single other one, but I do some going the opposite way on this bottom section just to get as much volume as possible. I don't do it on the top sections, just the bottom one. I try to hold the barrel in place for about 10 seconds. Like I just count in my head. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare the war. Yes. Yes, effortless curl. Yes. And then what I'll do is I'll go in with this texture spray from Ebates, the Undone Volume and Matte Texture Spray. And I'll just kind of spray it through the ends. And again, go back in and whisk up the sides. This kind of just helps, in my opinion, get that texture, that kind of beachy, messy texture. So it's time to do this section, but one thing I like to do, just so that the sections don't get too mixed up, is tie back the bottom section that we've already done, or clip it back if you have a clip. I'm using a rubber band because I don't have anything else right now. Like just as long as you're sectioning off the hair you've already done. And honestly, one thing that I do not recommend doing that I do is taking too big of sections. Just be really careful to really stick with that like 1 inch size. I'm always in a rush because I spend so long doing my makeup and then I barely leave any time for hair. And then by the time I do get to hair, I really gotta get a move on. So I will sometimes take like huge pieces of hair and it never works out. Like it ends up not looking the same as the other curls or just not working out at all and then having to go over the same hair like several times. So don't do that. If you have tape-ins like me, honestly a tape-in like weft is low-key a pretty good amount of hair just to go for like that. Like it's kind of a good amount, not gonna lie. Boom. This is the model curl right here. This is what we want all of them to look like. Yes, yes, loose waves. See, I'm telling you, one weft. I'm sure you guys know this by now, but you always want to do the ones that are framing your face outwards because that's gonna be, you know, the most flattering. Yes, yes, loose curl. Coming all the way through. And then same thing, take that texturizing spray. My piercings. Oh my god, am I getting another keloid? I've had these piercings for literally like 4 or 5 years and they never seem to heal. From these ones, I don't hold for as long because I just like to have this little swoop here. It's not like a full curl. Kuma! Hi! I want a puppy so bad. But he's 11, he's not a puppy, but I want a puppy so bad. Hi. I would not want to hit you with the curling one, you know, I don't think you would like that very much. I love the way that this one just like gets those curls going. I don't know, I love the way like it pieces it together, if that makes sense. But to get the little flyaways, I go in with hairspray. Well, honestly, I'm just gonna go in and, you know, set everything down first. Uh-oh, I think he ate the hairspray. And then for the little flyaways, I'll also actually go in with hairspray and kind of try to tuck those in. Alright guys, so this is our finished look, hair, and makeup. Super easy hair look, but something that I want to share with you guys. Kuma says subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video. And we'll see you next time. Doggy in a diaper and Roxette Arisa out.